Hey everyone, welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Elise. I'm a Mat and Reformer Pilates instructor. And today I have a lower body workout for you. We're going to be focusing around our glutes and our inner thighs. All you need is a mat and yourself, and let's get straight into it. So we're going to start with some roll down. So we're standing at the top of our mat, looking down the mat with a hip distance space between the feet, soft bend in the knees, and let's start to just gently drop the chin towards the chest, roll those shoulders forward. Imagine like you're peeling down a wall that's right behind you, one vertebrae at a time, rolling down. Let the head and the hands hang nice and heavy here. Just taking a moment here at the bottom. And next time you exhale, we're going to slowly press through the heels, start to restack the spine nice and slowly over the pelvis. One vertebrae restacking at a time up against that imaginary wall behind us. Give those shoulders a nice roll back at the top. Let's take two more like this. Inhale as you drop the chest, drop those shoulders forward, rolling down, peeling your spine away from that imaginary wall behind you. Keeping the head, keeping the hands nice and heavy here. It's time to mobilize through the spine. Then as you exhale, slowly rolling up, restacking, rolling those shoulders back at the top. One more just like that. Inhale, drop the chin, roll those shoulders forward. Rolling down at your own pace here. Really nice stretch through that spine. Then exhale, restacking the spine nice and slowly. Beautiful. Now on this next one, I'm going to roll forward again, nice and slowly. We're going to hold at the bottom. So rolling forward. This time we're going to hold at the bottom, have a nice big bend in those knees, and start to bring your hands onto your mat. We're going to walk them forward to find our downwards dog here. So finding a nice triangle shape with your body. Legs stay long, arms are long, pressing those hips up to the ceiling, like you're trying to press that tailbone up nice and high to the ceiling. And from here, just try to sink those heels down towards your mat. You can start to pedal out through those knees, bending one knee, extend the opposite leg, getting a nice stretch through the back of the leg as well as the upper back here. Think about sinking your chest down to your knees. Beautiful. Just breathing into that stretch, taking some nice deep inhales through the nose. Feeling those lungs expand. Then exhale, send all that air out through the mouth. Feel those ribs melting back towards each other. We're just here for another 5. We'll press both heels down, get a nice stretch through the back of those legs in 3, 2, 1. Press both heels down for a nice strong stretch in those calves and those hammies. I have super tight hammies, so I really can't get my heels all the way down, but take whatever range you can. And from here, just have a nice bend in the knees. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet. We're going to come back up one last time through that roll up. Extend those legs, rolling up, restacking the spine over the pelvis, giving those shoulders a nice roll at the top. From here, we're going to come into a squat series. So standing on your mat facing towards me, we're going to come into our sumo squat. So take a nice wide stance, your feet externally rotated. So your toes are pointing out to the sides of the room. We're externally rotated from our hips. From here, we're going to bring our hands behind our head, so elbows are nice and wide, and creating length through your spine. So think about drawing in your abdominals like you're tightening your corset around your waist, relaxing those shoulders down. From here, we're going to take it nice and slow. Inhale, bend the knees, press them over those middle toes. Exhale, standing tall, zipping up through those inner thighs, pressing through those heels. So inhale, bend those knees, press them nice and wide. Exhale, standing tall. Imagine like you're sliding down that wall behind you. So think about moving down and up, keeping that chest up nice and high, long to the spine, sliding down, and then standing nice and tall up that wall. Good, we're proud to the chest, keeping those shoulders relaxed away from those ears, and your pelvis stays nice and square to the wall in front of you. So try not to let that pelvis rock or drop from side to side, drawing in that belly button towards your spine to get that core engaged. So good. Inhale, we squat down. Exhale, standing tall. So starting to target those glutes as well as the inner thighs. So I really feel my inner thighs switching on. Really good job, team. You've got another 10 seconds here. Then we're going to start to come into a heel lift with our right heel. Good. Holding that squat in 4. Beautiful. Adding that heel lift in 3, 2, 1. Next time you squat, can we lift that right heel up? Hold it lifted. Let's keep going through those squats. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. Beautiful. So keeping that right heel lifted, like you're wearing a heel on just that right foot. It's going to start to increase the challenge through that left side, but also starting to challenge the ankle, challenge the calf of that right leg. Beautiful. Starting to feel the heat burning in those legs. You've got it, team. We're going to hold our squat down in 10. Finish with little pulses on this side. Just keep that heel lifted nice and high. Keep sliding down and up that wall. Holding in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your squat. Let's go for little pulses. Keep that heel lifted. If it's too much, you can lower that right heel. You've got 6. Then we lower that heel. We hold our squat straight onto the left. In 3, 2, 1. Hold your squat. Lower that right heel. Lift the left. Exhale, we extend. Inhale, squat. So this time that left heel is staying lifted. So strong, team. You're absolutely smashing it. I know it burns. We're really warming up through that lower body now. Getting the glutes, inner thighs, hammies, calves are all firing. I feel it too, don't you worry. In 8, we hold that squat. Can we keep a little bit lower? Beautiful. Holding in 5 for those pulses. In 3, 2, 1. Hold. Little pulses. Keep that left heel lifted. Make them nice and juicy, team. You've got 6 here. Then we lower the heel. We're going to pulse through our squat. Both heels lowered. In 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lower that left heel. Pulsing double leg pulses here. Just for 6, 5. Woo. Burning so much here. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing tall. Woo. Lower those arms. Give those legs a little shake out. Great job, team. Hopefully we're nice and warm here. Let's just come to the top of our mat, slowly rolling down through that roll down again. And we're just going to walk ourselves down into a 4-point kneel and come to lie on your right side. So coming to some side lying work here. So lying down onto your right side, we're going to prop ourselves up in that right hand. And then from here, bend your knees to a 90-degree angle so your shins are parallel towards the wall in front of you. Pressing your hips away from you, so lifting your underneath sideways up and away from the floor. And that head stays heavy into the hand. If that's uncomfortable, you can always lie down onto your side. The ear can come onto your shoulder. Just find what's comfortable for you here. I'm going to have my head in my hands here, propping myself up. Beautiful. Top hand can be resting in front of you for an extra balance, or it can come onto your hip for a bit of external feedback to feel what that hip is doing as we move through this clam series. Charlie is coming towards me. Back and ready for our clams. Charlie just woke up and wanted to play. But let's get ready for our clams. So those knees are stacked, hips are stacked. Imagine like you're lying flat up against a brick wall. So we're not rolling back in the hips. They're nice and stacked. We've got a skewer going straight through those hips down to the floor. Keep them nice and still. We're going to lift our top leg up to the ceiling. So lift that leg up, open the clam. Then inhale, lower the leg, close the clam. Good. Exhale, lift, open the clam. Inhale, lower. So again, those hips are staying nice and stacked. We're not rolling back. Imagine that brick wall behind you, like we're sliding down that wall for our squats. That brick wall is now behind you as we lie on this mat. So don't let those hips roll back. Starting to work in to that top glute. Really feel that left glute squeezing up and down. So holding that clam open at the top for a moment. Give that glute a nice squeeze. Beautiful. Good. We're here for another 10 seconds. We start to add in our side leg press. This is one of those exercises that really sneaks up on you super quick. It starts off nice and easy, and that burn starts to kick in super quick. We're going to hold that leg lifted in 4. Adding in a side leg press in 3, 2, and 1. Next time you open the clam, I want you to hold. You can extend that leg long to the wall in front of you, then bend the knee, and then close the clam. Good. Exhale, open the clam, hold that leg high as you extend that leg, try and tap that wall in front of you, bend the knee, lower that clam. Beautiful. Keep that foot flexed the entire time here. Don't let that leg drop as you extend that leg out of that clam. Exhale to press, inhale to bend. That's it. So good, team. Ooh, that fire is burning. In that top glute is really building up. So good, team. We're here for another 15 seconds. Then we're going to hold that leg long. Just our lift and lowers coming up. Doing so well. Good, try to keep that leg nice and high. You've got another 6. Good, in 4, hold that leg long, in 3, 2, and 1. Press and hold that leg long. From here, we lower the leg down towards the floor. Exhale to lift. Good, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Try and get that leg nice and high, but keeping those hips stacked. So again, checking in, make sure those hips are still staying stacked here. We haven't rolled back. No cheating here, no rolling off those hips. Ooh, booty's burning. We've got it, team. Staying strong here. Tap and lift. Good, you're really gonna start to feel that glute, outer glute really switching on here. Good, you've got another 10 seconds. We're gonna hold that leg lifted and come into our straight leg sweep. Lots of layers in this series. Good, in 5, we hold that leg lifted. In 4, 3, 2, 1, lift and hold. From here, point the toes, gonna sweep that leg forward, like you're gliding it along a coffee table. Then flex the foot, sweep it back. Woo! Inhale, we point those toes, sweep it forward. Exhale, flex the foot, sweep it back. We're just here for 15 seconds, team. That booty's really burning now, oh my goodness. Take a moment, pound it out at any point if you need to. We've just got 10 to go, then little pulses to finish off here. You're doing so well. Hold that leg straight back in line with your body in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it back. Hear that foot flex, little pulses down and up. Tiny little pulses. You've got this, team. Try and get that leg nice and high. Squeezing into that booty. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee. Ooh. Give it a little pound out. Well done, team. Have a moment. That one was intense. Alrighty, so we're gonna stay in this sideline position. We're gonna extend our underneath leg. So extend that right leg long, and that working leg is gonna bend, stay bent, and just rest on the mat. So we're coming to some inner thigh work now. So keeping that same stack position through the hips, but working to that underneath leg for some inner thigh work. Those adductors are getting a nice little workout here now too. So that leg is long, that foot is flexed. Beautiful. Keep this top leg nice and relaxed. Coming to a lift and lower with that underneath leg. So exhale, lift that right leg up, squeezing that inner thigh. Inhale, lower and tap it to the floor. Exhale, lift, squeeze that inner thigh. Inhale, lower and tap. That's it. So using that breath. In Pilates, we use that exhale breath on the exertion. So on that hardest part of the movement, we use that to get a little bit extra strength, extra power, and make that movement feel a little bit easier. Good. Again, this is one that starts off nice and easy. That thigh is going to start to build really quickly. Doing so good, team. Trying to lift that leg up as high as you can, but keeping it long and straight, keeping that foot flexed. Checking with those hips, are they still stacked? Is that underneath waist still lifting up and away? Try not to slump down into your mat. That's it. Good. You've got another 15 seconds here. We're going to hold that leg lifted, come into little circles in 10. That fire is really burning now. Oh my goodness, it's starting to build. In 5, hold that leg lifted as high as you can. In 3, 2, and 1, lift and hold. Can we draw little circles with that leg? So imagine there's a canvas in front of your foot. Your foot is your pencil. Can we draw little circles up and around? Tiny little circles. We're here for 5 before we reverse. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse those circles. Take them the other way. We're just here for 5, team. You've got this. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Lower that leg. Oh my goodness. Great job, team. Let's roll onto our back from here. Have a moment if you need it here. We're going to come into some hip bridges now, so some double leg work before we get on to the other side of our side lying work. So find your Pilates rest position. Make sure your head is flat on your mat. Your feet come in nice and close towards your hips, and they're about hip distance apart. We're going to start with our arms down by our side, so finding our neutral spine here, nice and aligned, nice straight spine. And we're going to start with a nice slow articulation hip bridge. So start by exhaling as you tuck your tailbone under, press your lower back into the mat, then start to scoop the belly, lift those hips high up off the mat. Find your hip bridge here at the top. Get those glutes a nice little squeeze. And then start to slowly peel your spine back down onto your mat, upper back, mid back, lower back, and tailbone. That's it, try that again. Exhale, tucking that tailbone, scooping the belly, roll up, lifting those hips nice and high. Squeezing the glutes, then start to slowly peel back down, slow and controlled. So working through both glutes here, as well as our hammies. So our whole posterior chain's getting nice work here. For extra support, really press into the back of those arms to help lift those hips up off the mat. Now we want to focus here on keeping our hips nice and level as they lift up into that hip bridge. So try not to let one hip lower or one hip lift any higher. Actually good balancing a plank of wood across those hips and keeping that wood nice and parallel to the floor the entire time. Beautiful. Feeling those ribs melting down towards your hips. Think about engaging that corset around your waist here. Going to help keep that pelvis, keep those hips nice and stable. Beautiful. Now going for another 10 seconds here, team, then we'll start to add in our layers. Feel free to come back to this simple articulation hip bridge at any point if the next layer is not for you. In 5, we're going to lift and hold our hip bridge. In 2. And 1. Next time you lift, hold your hip bridge. Can we lift our heels up to come onto our tippy toes, lower the heels, then peel back down through your bridge. So we can start to speed it up a little bit here. So 1 hip bridge, heel lift, lower the heels, peeling down. Really nice. We're starting to work into our calves here while stabilizing through those glutes. So keep those hips lifted nice and high as you lift and lower those heels. Also working on our ankle stability. Now if you want even more to make it more of a challenge, we lift our arms up to the ceiling over the shoulders and keep going. It's going to make it a little bit more work for that lower body, loading it up a little bit more, taking away the support of those arms on the mat. At any point you can lower them back down if it's too much. So good. Good, you've got 10 more seconds here, team. I'm going to hold up just those heel lifts. So we hold that hip bridge in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold just those heel lifts. Both heels lift, both heels tap to the mat. Lift, lower. Nice and light on those heels. Keep that tailbone tucked. Core is drawing in. Those hips stay level. Don't let those glutes drop. Ooh, hammies are really starting to kick in here as well. Good, you've got 10 seconds. We hold that heel lift. I'm going to come into some knee openings. Start to work into those inner thighs a little bit more here. In 5, we hold those heels lifted. Keep tucking that tailbone. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Lift the heels. Hold. Can we open those knees out and then close those knees back together in line with the hips? Open, close. Open, close. Inner thighs starting to work. Think about drawing those inner thighs together. Nice big squeeze of those knees close back through center. Good. Don't let those hips drop. Good. Another 10. Can we lift those hips a little bit higher? In 5, we close those knees back through center. We keep those heels lifted. Little pulses through your hip bridge. In 3, 2, 1. Close the knees. Keep the heels lifted. Pulse those hips. If you need, you can always lower the heels so it's a little bit easier. We're pulsing for 8. Make them nice and juicy. Maybe start to make them a little bit bigger. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and squeeze. You can lower the arm and slowly start to lower the lower body down. Great job, team. Just open those arms out to the side. Give those knees a little rock from side to side. Super good job, team. When you're ready, we're going to come on up, and this time we're going to lie onto our left side to even out through that lower body. So you lie on down. We're going to set up for that clam to begin with. So again, you have the option to have your arm long, resting your head on your shoulder, or bring your head into your hand. That's what I'm going to be doing. Have those knees parallel and hips bent at 90 degrees. So underneath leg, that left leg's going to stay on the floor. Make sure underneath side waist is lifting up and away, and you've got that straight back. So lying flat up against that brick wall, having that neutral spine. So working through that top leg for our clamp. We exhale, lift that leg up, open the clamp, then inhale, lower and tap it down. That's it. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So this time just that right leg lifting and lowering. So good, team. So really squeezing into that top glute as we open that leg. Give it a nice big squeeze, that mind to muscle connection. Really nice. So good. In 10 seconds, we start to add in that side leg press. Might be starting to feel a bit cruisy, but don't worry. That fire will start to build. I promise, I'm already starting to feel it. The second side is always the hardest, especially after those hip bridges. Hold that leg lifted in 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. You can extend that leg long, keep that foot flexed, bend the knee back to 90 degrees, and then lower, tap it down. So open the clamp for 1, extend the leg for 2, bend the knee for 3, lower and close that clamp for 4. So 1 movement at a time, no rushing through. The slower we go, the more this is going to burn. So if you're not feeling it, think about slowing it down. Nice and slow here, no rushing. Want to feel every muscle working. Good, and don't forget to breathe here. Into the nose, out the mouth. That's it, team. In 10, we hold that leg lifted. Go for those lift and lowers in 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time, we'll lift, hold that leg long. Keeping that foot flexed, we tap it down to the floor and lift. Tap and lift. Woo! Really feeling that outer glute switching on here. Try and keep that leg nice and long. Tap and lift. Hips are staying stacked. Don't let those glutes roll back. Again, that's cheating. None of that here. You've got this, team. You're doing so well. You've got 10 seconds here. You can get that leg a little bit higher. So good. You know what's coming next. So straight leg sweeps. We hold that leg lifted in 5. Try and keep it above your hip in 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Point the toes. Imagine sliding that leg forward along a coffee table. Then exhale, flex the foot, drive it back. Good. Inhale, flex the foot, point those toes, sweep it forward. Exhale, flex the foot, drive it back. So just imagine there's a little coffee table in front of you. It's gliding that leg forward and back. So staying that constant height. Don't let it lower. Keep it up in line with that hip. Doing so well, team. In 6, we hold that leg back in line with your hip. We pulse it down and up to finish. In 3, 2, and 1. Next time you sweep it back, hold little tiny pulses down and up. You've got this. Pulse it down, pulse it up. Make it nice and juicy. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift. And then bend that knee, give it a little pound out. Great job, team. Whew. Alrighty, you know what's coming next. Inner thigh work, final bit of work here, team. So that working leg's just gonna lower down onto your mat, keep it bent at 90 degrees, but underneath leg, that left leg will extend nice and long in line with your body. Keeping that foot flexed, starting with our lift and lower. We exhale, lift, squeeze that inner thigh. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up as high as you can. Inhale, lower down. That's it. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Nice and simple to begin. But again, one of those ones going to creep up on you nice and quickly. So good, team. This is your final bit of work. You've done so well. We're almost there. Then we have to have a nice quick stretch before we finish up today. So try and get that leg as high as you can. While keep it nice and long. Keep that foot nice and flexed. Good. 10 seconds to go. Then we draw those little circles with the foot. Beautiful. You've got 5. Hold that leg lifted in 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Can we draw little circles with that foot? Little circles around and around. That's it. Keep it lifted for 5, 4, We reverse in 3, 2, and 1. Keep it nice and high. Little circles in the other direction to finish here, team. You've got this. Just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg. Oh my goodness. Whew. What a burner. Great job, team. Let's just roll onto our back again. We'll come into a quick stretch before we finish up here. So lying on your back, let's find our figure 4 glute stretch firstly. So taking your right ankle, let's cross it over our left knee. Just gently draw that left knee into chest, grabbing on behind the thigh, but keep the shoulders, keep the head nice and relaxed on the floor. Coming back into your breath, taking some nice deep inhales through the nose. Exhale, let all that air out to the mouth. So good. Let's take one more deep breath here. Try and press that right knee further away from you to deepen that stretch. Great job. Lower that leg. Uncross the ankle. Let's take it straight over onto the other side. Crossing that left ankle over your right knee. Lift the right foot off the ground. Holding on behind the right thigh. Drawing that right knee towards your chest. You press that left leg away from you. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed here. Deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. So good, team. Let's take one more deep breath here. Good. When you're ready, lowering that leg, releasing that stretch. And let's just sit up on our mat. So snap on those sit bones. Let's just take our legs out to the side in our Y sit. And just gently hinging forward. Those hands slide along your mat. Get that chest as low to the floor as you can here. It's going to feel a nice stretch through the inner thighs. Keep those toes flexed to the ceiling, active through those legs. And try and get those elbows down to the floor. Seeing that chest nice and deep. Beautiful. Again, breathing into that stretch, taking a moment to thank your body for the workout it did for you today. Such a privilege to be able to move our bodies. Good, one more deep breath here. And exhale, press all that air out to the mouth. Slowly restacking the spine. And you are all done, team. Thank you so much for joining me for another Pilates workout. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with more workouts that I have coming for you very soon. I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I hope to see you back here soon. Bye.